But let's see here. Okay, going top left, that's fine. One little thing. I don't even know if this is a big deal. They have Lucio, but they're still like behind. But usually for this map, I think in control point in general, I don't know if they still do this, but back in my time, they're okay. Like earlier, people would always have like a Lucio first, just for like speeding to the point, and especially in this part right here, if you're late to this, right, it is like a really hard choke point. Like this is a little tiny corridor technically, because you're not gonna be really, I don't know. It's just really hard to be safe here if the team is like pushed up on this line, because it's like super pressured on at this point, especially with like 6 people here. So basically my point is like, it really matters who gets here first, usually. At least from my knowledge. Sorry?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how they relate.
Play this...
Yeah,
oh,
go.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I mean, you could play this differently. I mean, if you stack, you could go sim and like TP from spawn right side and just speed on point. I think it's better, but I mean, roll queue, everyone goes like up top left, so.
Right. So, yeah. It's fine what you did here, as I was like saying. You still managed to get first too. And honestly, most of the time people never really go right side unless it's like an actual like decided thing by everyone. Default is top left, but it's just something to consider. But yeah, let's see. Okay. Oh. You did get the pick. I feel like you should be pressuring them a little more here. Oh yeah, you're fine anyways. Okay. Okay. So to start off, so you get up real quick. You don't immediately start shielding, but that's fine because it's kind of like just starting. I don't know how I feel about turning on the Winston necessarily. I think it's good that you managed to kill him. He was like really out of position. Like this is a terrible jump, but or I don't know, Diva didn't follow him, but either way, I don't know if you should have dealt with it yourself technically, because I think it probably might have been better to shield off your team to like let them be a little bit more safer. Fortunately though, no one died, so it's at least a good thing. Diva does lose mech, I guess. I don't know what she was doing necessarily, but I guess she just like tanks it all for you. But with their tank down, right, and your main tank still up, it makes it really easy for you to like just walk at them. I think, especially with the Reaper and stuff. I feel like you'd be pretty aggressive here, maybe. I guess at this point, yeah, maybe you could have been swinging a little bit more and being a little bit more aggressive. It's kind of a hard spot though, because I don't know, no one's dealing with the soldier. But especially on this corner right here, like if you're right here and you have a Reaper, like anyone that's close to you should probably die, maybe. Either way, that kind of ends up happening. So, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, going high ground, it's fine. Oh no, you're matching their main tank, that's fine. That's kind of a weird spot. Yeah, I think, okay, so that was already pretty weird. I think everyone was kind of just like floating around random spots. For them to be coming from two, oh, go ahead.
I think we should just play on point. It's
yeah,
because they have like Winston and Diva, so they can't dive on point. It's just better.
Right.
But like I didn't communicate that, I remember, so.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say like they have this angle too, and they have that angle. I think playing on point would make it a lot easier, because it would like force them all through like one area usually. But yeah, I mean it's kind of a hard call to make. I don't really blame you for that, because I don't know, the McCree probably shouldn't have been out there. Either way, yeah, like from my point of view, like I kind of see everything that's going on. I can make that call pretty easily, but I don't know from like your point of view. So anyways, So you back up here. This is usually a good spot. D.Va gets out on mech. Yeah, everyone just dies. I don't know, just kill them all or something, lol. So, looks like you're probably going high ground, and then you transition over here to fight. Looks like you hit a shatter on them while that Winston's running away. Yeah, not bad. Getting a D.Va is fine, I think. There's a charge, that's fine. You shield that. Block that for them, okay. Now you just kind of walk up, I think. Oh, what? You should be scared. Okay, they're all dead. Okay, alright. That was a lot that was going on. You can go back now. So you hit the shatter. D.Va gets out mech again for in her stylistic sense. Okay, you block the high noon. Oh, he dies actually. And then you block this for them. That's fine. I guess you have pressure on them. You have a Reaper up there too, so I guess you have like a good pincer technically. Yeah, I think it's more brawly, and I think you did fine, especially since everyone used ults. Your ults seem to be equal too, so that's fortunate. So what now? They take high ground again, and you default the point. That's fine. They have a Reinhardt. Okay, hitting fire strikes. You don't have to really do much, honestly. Oh. Oh, you got out of that one. Oh, you died. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Died instantly. Okay. I think for here, I'd probably just say like, probably like a mechanical thing. How have the counter charges been going? Like,
so yeah,
go ahead.
That's something I've been struggling a lot. I don't know why. It's also with like shattered blocks. I know that like I see the charge or I hear the old voice line or whatever, and I don't know if it's like I just can't react to it. I don't know why it is that way, because I feel like I am pressing right click or counter charging, but like it's always too late, and I really don't know why it is that way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's to me like reacting like that is more like a skill. So I'm assuming that if you just do it more, then eventually it'll get easier. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Having like expecting things to happen too is like it also helps with reactivity. So like assuming that the Reinhardt could charge any moment or shatter any moment, like what really helps with blocking shatters for me. I don't know. This is probably obvious, but like assuming he has shatter will definitely help you block the shatter. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Just it's fine though. Just keep trying. It'll probably go well. Fortunately though, we have a Reaper, so it didn't really matter. So you come back, holding main. Assuming your team can kind of hold up there, so you hold here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they just got. I don't know. I don't think that was bad. I guess just be a little more mindful of the McCree, I guess, but that's not really like that's not really that helpful. I'm assuming you have like sound turned on and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you listen for footsteps. I mean, yeah, right, and all those other things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, nothing really to say there. I guess just be more careful. I guess. Well, regardless, you have shatter now. Kind of just regroup here. You're gonna go on top left. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna be looking for shatter here. Might be thinking about what ults they have too. Oh, you take the space. Yeah, you walk. Oh my god, you got two there. Oh, that was fine, I think. I'm not sure. Everyone did die. I feel like getting two there was something. I think worth something. I need to think about it.
I think it wasn't that great.
Right.
Because I walk in the open without shielding and then I just lose health for
Right.
no
Right.
reason. Also, the pathing we took is like really
In the
suboptimal
open.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
we don't play with cover. And there is no cover, so, you know, normally I would just go like main and rotate right side on point, but like, again, we didn't communicate that, so I just walked with the Reaper wear and we all went top left.
Right. Right.
It's just really bad. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, I think in this position, I guess yeah, they're definitely in a more advantageous position because they have these like walls and stuff. Um, so the problem there was like the logistics part of like pushing across this entire area. I feel like you actually, now that I think about it, from the Eichenwald game and this one, you seem to shatter a lot when you're like about to die. I feel like I don't know why yet, but it's just something I'm kind of like noticing a little bit.
Yeah, I tend to not look at my health bar. That's the problem.
Right, right, right. I think getting two there is like two is pretty good, but of course you die. And when if your Ryan is dead, then like that's basically the end of the push most of the time. Guess it was harder to capitalize on that too. Like it could have worked if their Ryan died, I think, but unfortunately he didn't. So in this instance, right, like a Lucio definitely would have helped a lot more, right? Just closing that distance and stuff. Yeah, and I guess they have 2 hit scans too. Yeah, I guess something to consider. Okay, I guess you're just gonna have to charge on the point. Good luck. Oh, wait, someone's on. What the? Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know why he dove on it like like it was a grenade or something. That was kind of funny.
Like we just, you can't play Winston with like Mercy, Mora, it's just weird.
Fair, fair. Okay, so they're going right side. I'd be moving up then probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Free pick. That's nice. Okay. Ryan's alone on point. They're a little split up. Oh, and they're in that little tiny corner. I think... Let's see. You're probably on cooldown right now. No, you have it now. I think you should be pushing up here. I know it's a little weird for Orisa, but like they're all I think pushing up it would have just put more pressure on them, especially since they're all like disjointed and already like down a few people and your team is like all inside of them and stuff. You could definitely like have a little more leeway to be a bit more aggressive, like it's a bit safer. Unless they suddenly just like regroup with 5 people, then that'd be impressive. Because like here, I think you'd be here and you'd be doing more damage. You'd be pushing them more into like little corners and stuff. Oh wow, you died randomly. That sucks.
Yeah,
She
no,
can
we
win.
shouldn't have lost that fight.
She could.
Yeah, we lost that.
Sorry. So you shouldn't have.
I was saying we shouldn't have lost that fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was really bad. I don't know.
It was. Yeah. It was close. I need to think about what happened though. So yeah, you get the pick on the soldier. And yeah, I think here like your teammates are kind of pushing up. Even I feel like you're on cooldown probably. Yeah, even if you're on cooldown for your shield, I think you should kind of be pushing with them. Like, I think your body is like good enough for like. I understand they can't shoot you or anything, or yeah, there's no pressure necessarily, but I think you missed an opportunity to pressure them a lot more. Oh man, like he gets randomly caught out. That sucks a lot. And he got caught out by their... I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you could have just been more aggressive there. But anyways. Yeah, nothing much here. You just shoot at them. This is a really hard spot for you to push out of. Oh, they just get... Oh. This is a fine ult. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, they're all dead. Okay, that's good. Assuming... Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing much more here. Alright. Use the few ults. Yeah, I think definitely here, like, I think you should have just pushed up. And, like, instead of shooting at the wall, I feel like you're setting up with a really passive position here. And that's fine, I think. But it just depends on your team. And generally speaking, you kind of always want to be supporting them in some way. I guess you were shooting at the wall and stuff, but like I think you probably should have moved up to like the right side here. Like got a little bit closer. Fortunately, they kind of all die anyway, so.
Yeah, I agree. Thing is, we have like a really weird team comp.
Right.
Where, you know, our DPS aren't really like spam or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the spam part of the comp, and normally you don't want to like run as spam into, you know, a Reinhardt or like a Brawl.
Right.
So
Right.
my thought was, you know, I want to stay on range, but it's like with my team comp, we're also like, you know, kind of a death ball brawl thingy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of, you know, misinterpreting what, you know, I should do in this situation.
Right. Right. It's a fine line. Yeah, I understand because it's like you don't want to just get randomly caught out by the Reinhardt and Diva and all of that. And it's also really hard to support your team because like Orisa is really immobile and stuff, right? She's like one of the most immobile characters in the game. Yeah, I can understand. It is a hard line to ride, but I guess just more things to think about, I guess.
We should have just switched to Run. If they play Run too. I mean, I think Run sucks on this map, but you know, it's probably better here.
Yeah, she's just gone. Wait, what? Oh my god, she almost lived. Yeah, like this position, I think.
Yeah, now it's like. Yeah, now it sucks because they run over us.
Right. Yeah, I think like with really close corners like this, like, it is definitely really easy to get ran over because like you'll be constantly shooting, but every time they could weave around the corners and then they'll just be right in your face immediately. But for like this side, I think it's a bit safer just because of the like blatant open space, especially if you have your team supporting you. You almost did win this, I feel like, but let's see what happens. Like, he almost does die. It was really close, but yeah, they were just too close, and not everyone was like there for the moment, like the Diva, for example, and the Genji. Like, let me. When did the Genji die? Because I'm just trying to know if or when the Genji dies. Welcome, Lando. So yeah, oh, the Genji dies. Yeah, so yeah, I guess in this point, right? Like, definitely should be backing up. I didn't even notice, but like when they have picks like this, it is really really hard to hold it. They almost get the Diva, but fortunately didn't. I guess in this moment, you could have been calling the backup a bit more. That would have just saved time, I think, more than the point, I guess. Because I think they were probably still going to get it regardless. What the hell, dude? He just walks. He just walks and get a soldier as a Reaper. That's true. Oh, they're ulting? Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, what? Oh my god, they're owning. Oh, he lives. How is he still alive, dude? What the hell? Okay, yeah, you just have point now. Okay. Oh, oh, you have a Ryan now. Okay. You have a shield.
Yeah,
Probably
nice.
focus the tank when they're closing in, I guess, on point. Whoever's closest to point usually. Wow, I need to step back. Okay, so first off, I can't believe the 2 DPS managed to live that long and actually did something, despite the fact it was like a 2v4 with both their tanks. Like, he just runs at him. There's 4 of them there. The Kenji ults. Like, I don't... Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know Kenji would do that. Wow, that was really weird. I think he did fine here though. Playing back there, not going into the Mei ultimate was good. Being on point is good because you're the tank. And then you shielded them. You ulted as well.
I don't know if that was necessary.
I don't know. I think it was okay. It was fine. I don't think it was like really terrible or anything. Oh my, wow. Wait, he lives? You shield him, that's nice. Oh, he's still alive. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I don't know what you could have done there. Full head track the Zarya and kill her instantly. I don't know. Oh, and Ryan said, yeah, that was, not gonna lie, that was kind of a bit of a misplay from your Reinhardt. Okay. Let me think here. Oh, that was a quick game. That was quick. I think...
Yeah.
So... Okay, let's go back to the first round. I need to remember what that was like. Maybe slight...
Here, what you could actually do here is go hog and then flank them and then kill 6.
Yeah, that's pretty true, Lando. You're kind of split. Yeah, this is what happens with, yeah, and then the multiple different angles. Your tree gets picked out. You back up the point though. That's okay. If it gets out of Mac, maybe you could have shielded her, I guess, but I don't know. It feels nitpicky to me. You have Shatter, but everyone's dead, so it's a good thing you didn't. I feel like I don't want to like doomer pill you, but honestly, still just kind of sucks. You gotta find Shatter here.
It's the charge though.
Honestly, you do that a lot. I shouldn't say a lot, but I remember you doing that before in the Eichenwald game. For the Junkrat, if you remember. I remember that one. Yeah, sometimes you just miss and like yeah, just play more lol. It's okay. I think you did fine here though.
I mean, we can look at one more if you don't. I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind either.
And get another crowd. But like, the games yesterday were really, really great, so I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me think, which one was like... Oh yeah, I played off tank, but I think off tank is like the worst role you can queue as if you're solo queuing. Like, it's just super bad.
You think so? Why is that?
It's so unrewarding. Like, you have so little impact on the game. Like, especially if you're playing like Diva. Like, what are you gonna do if your Ryan is just like not that smart?
Right.
Just charges randomly, does random stuff. It's really weird.
So yeah, I think I maybe like the same. I don't know if I call it the same. Like the main thing that kind of like stuck out to me a little bit was the second point with Orisa and not being aggressive enough. However, I do understand though the reasons why you didn't want to push up too far. And again, it's like a fine line. So I guess it's just more things to think about. It's really important to be able to add pressure to whatever your team is doing to like build up on that, because the sum of the parts is greater than it in fuck, I don't remember. Wait, Lando, what was it? What's the fucking quote? The sum is
the whole is greater than the sum of its.
Yeah, what he said. Like basically it individually, right? You don't, it's really hard to do anything, but if you just do everything together as a team, it's like a billion times more, right?
The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
There you go. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And right, it is really hard to keep that pressure in, as well as like have that risk of just getting blown the fuck up for being too aggressive. I'd lean more on the side though of supporting your team no matter what. It's not always like clear cut, of course. This is why it's like hard, but something to think about.
We can look at this one. We won that, but I don't know if it was that great.
Hold the right click when he jumps in. Let's see it.
Right beside
Okay.
you.
Oh, you're with your Winston first. Okay, going with your Winston. Too slow. You're on point. You're holding point. You got the point. Or at least push him off. Try to knock him off, that's fine. You got him back. Okay. So, right off the bat, the very first thing, it's very important. Very, 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 very important to follow your Winston. Or at least if he asks or something. I don't know if he called anything here. I think flying up here is fine. But I don't know. Like, for example, like right there, you fly, and then he jumps after. It already feels like a little disconnected in a sense, where you just happen to land on like the same person. But I don't know. I think you should have waited for him to jump first before you using your movement ability, because it's really, really important that he goes there. Like, what if he went up to the high ground? Then the Hanzo and Genji would have probably beat the shit out of him, and you wouldn't be there because he would have been like on the ground. So that's like the first thing I noticed. That's fine though. You do follow him up on this high ground though, which is good. I feel like in this moment, you probably should have been right clicking on your Mercy. Probably more of a mechanical thing, but she still lives, so that's fine. Again, you fly on the point alone. I think it's fine to like challenge this Roadhog, I guess, but I feel like it would have just been better if you waited for your Winston instead. I think most of the time, your Winston should be like the one setting the like where you want to go or where you need to go. But fortunately, like everyone comes to a point anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I think you also probably focus too much on shooting here. Mercy somehow lives the entire time, but I think you probably could have been like, again, supporting the team, putting pressure on what they were shooting at, because you kind of like, I feel like in this part right here, you got a little bit lost in the weeds. You're kind of, you try to get the boop, but then you get caught out here and then lose your mech. I feel like you probably could have just been following your Winston instead. But regardless, your team is still better, so it works out. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. I can give Diva Bomb tips. Maybe you can eat that? Wait, I need to check if you tried. No, you didn't. Okay. Number one thing to always do, if you ever hear a Hanzo ult in your D.Va, just press right click and spin around as fast as you can for like 2 seconds. It doesn't matter. Just always do it, because you'll always have like the 2% chance that you just eat it for no reason. And that's always better than not eating it, so just a little thing. Go high ground again. This is fine. You're probably gonna get pushed off here, yeah. You're on point. I think it's fine to hold here, I guess. You're the only tank on point, after all. Okay, I need to go back a little bit. Okay, I think it's fine to be shooting here. Okay, now should be focusing on team. You missed the matrix there, it's fine. Saw Hanzo, but okay. Now I should be. So okay, I feel like you're like totally in brawl mode right here. But in general, like super general tips as a D.Va, you either shoot whatever the Winston is shooting or whatever everyone else is shooting, or you support or you peel for your supports. You like help them not die. Those are like the two things. I kind of feel like throughout this game, you kind of choose your own fights in a sense. And that does hold them off. Again, I think, personally for me, the more value is found in like putting added pressure on like whatever your team is doing. Oh, you just shoot stuff. There's nothing more. Go kill them. Yeah! Yeah, get him. There's one. Oh, that's it. Oh, should we going back to eat some of that? Okay, you're out of mech again. I think that's fine because you're trying to eat most of that ultimate though. They're all pretty low. I don't know, you just go shoot them. There's nothing much you can do in this state. You just kind of shoot them. Yeah, you win the fight. Let's go. Yeah, kill him. Kill that guy. Alright. Kind of want to go back a little bit. Yeah, definitely run back to point here. You just get blown up. Ah, okay. The first round, I feel like you kind of go take random fights sometimes, or you're at least not like supporting your team in the sense. Sometimes I feel like you kind of fly around instead of like babysitting your healers. Like being up here is fine, I think. This is also like a really random nitpicky thing. I feel like you could have been wiggling a little bit here. That would have helped a little bit, but that's like a random thing. Oh, just wiggling in general is like pretty good movement tip. I think ult there is fine. Oh yeah, you start shooting at the Ana randomly, you start shooting at that person randomly, this one. And another thing, I don't really like necessarily talking about this aspect because it's literally just a play more thing, but like I feel like your mechanics could be like it is lacking, I think. Or it would help to be better, of course. It would always help to be better, but I don't know. It kind of makes sense because you play main tank most of the time, I'm assuming. Yeah. So that's just play more lol. Like I don't know, just if you want to get better aim, then just practice more. I can give aim tips as well. I know some things. I think you get the boop on that. That's good. I think being on the hog here is good because he's like the more dangerous threat to your team. But yeah, anyways, that's beside the point. Get me out of here. Get me to the second. Flying up again. Okay, now you definitely wait here. Oh, you're... Oh, you left your Winston. I think... I think you're kind of in the middle. Oh, now you're caught out. Wait, at least fly on that side now. Okay. Alright, alright. I have one main issue, okay? I'll ask you, what do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same again. I don't really like follow my Winston.
Right. For most of the entire fight, especially in the beginning, it kind of feels like you're just a little lost. And yeah, I think you just couldn't follow your Winston more. That's really it. Like throughout the entire time, like you almost got back into the groove of things with everyone, but then you start shooting at the Mercy, and then you start shooting at the Pharah, and then you start shooting at like random people. It to me, it kind of felt like you were like confused on what to do necessarily. It was a good try. Okay. Okay, before I just keep going and forget, I'll just say it right now. In this moment, I feel like you should definitely been like supporting your Sig more than trying to fight this Lucio, especially since Lucio is like really hard to kill. Because like eventually you do kind of end up doing that, but I think there you could have been defense matrixing him a little more. This could be a good ult here, I think. Okay. I think that's fine. That usually works. Oh, I almost was a little high. That's fine. I think this is my own bias. I don't even know if I hit that many diva bombs, so maybe I'm not even the right person to ask. Of course, if you actually want to know like how to hit good diva bombs, you should probably just watch good divas, right? So just do what they do. I think most of the time though, diva bombs are always like they're thrown in a way where it like slides up a wall like this and then comes around a corner really quickly. So for example, I think a better way that you could have ulted there, like instead of going straight up like this, it kind of leaves it a little bit easier to see in a sense, and it's easier to react to. I think what could have been better is if you diva ulted and it kind of like slid up against this wall a little bit and then peeked over it on the last second and then like blew up. Of course, that's like really hard to calculate in the moment, but that sort of thing you kind of get a feel for after you just do it enough times. But generally speaking, better diva bombs are the ones that like slide up against walls. Like if you're over here, then I'd like ult like this. I'd be looking this way. It'd slide up here. It'll hit this thing, slide up here, and then it'll come out. Rather than like throwing it like this, it'll be like a easier time seeing it. It'll be more quickly recognized or whatever. I can't fucking speak English right now. Quick note then, whenever you hear a diva bomb, you should always expect it to come over any ledge, especially towards the tail end of the explosion. So as Reinhardt, whenever you hear it, just expect it to come over, you know, this ledge or to the top left, especially over roofs. It's just something to keep in mind if the other diva is actually really good at landing bombs. But yeah, anyways, that's beside the point. Okay, you're saving your thing. Okay, let's see. Do you support your team? A little bit. Yeah, you're just kind of... I think you're fine there. Like, there's not really that much you can do. So you come up. Oh, wait, you come to your soldier? Okay. You help him out. That's nice. He's dead. This is a really hard spot for you. Oh, but now everyone's back. You eat that. Oh, you get hacked, though. That sucks. Okay, and then they get that. Okay. Oh, I remember thinking here for, like, a split second something. This is when you ult. So again, I think you kind of, like, jumped on the point randomly, but you didn't think about where your main tank was. He ended up dying anyways. Like, there's nothing you could have done about that. You fight here. You somehow live, which I am impressed by. And then you fly over. Then you manage to just randomly get that. Which is really good. I don't know. That death was kind of out of your control. Now this is like a really hard spot. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Okay. You have a Widow. You have a Ryan. Oh, they have a Widow now. I wonder if you should be dealing with her or not. I feel like it's not your job. It should definitely only be your Widow's. It should only be your job if she dies. Okay. Okay. Well, she gets res at least. But yeah, in this instance, yeah, you definitely should be with your Reinhardt right now. Oh, you shoot that guy 100%. Oh, you save him. Oh, I don't know if you had Matrix or not there, but if you didn't, or if you did, then you should have Matrixed. I'm assuming you didn't, though. What happened there? Did Widow die again? Did she just get blown the fuck out? When did fucking Lucio get there? Wait, he did get blown the fuck out. Oh, that sucks. Okay. One thing to know, okay? If they have a Widow, and if you have a Widow, okay? This is just really obscure, and I don't know how useful this is, but like, with Widow, the only thing she needs to do is hit her shots. And if she doesn't do that, you are fucked. That is that simple, okay? If you ever decide to play Widow, all you have to do is hit your shots. If you're not hitting your shots, then you're playing her bad. If you are hitting your shots and you're playing her good, it is really, 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 really important for your Widow to win the Widow 1v1. And if she doesn't, she, well, you, yep. Yeah, that's it. It's fucking over. Maybe you could have shielded them. Oh, I guess you do. Okay. Anyways, that's besides the point. There's, like, you can't really, like, snipe the Widow yourself as D.Va, so. Like, it's mainly your Widow's job to kill the Widow. But now it's, like, a Tracer, not a Widow, it's more, like, going to your side of responsibility, I'd argue. Your Ryan's not really pushing. It's hard to make space, but you should be following him. Going. Okay. Oh, the Widow does die. Oh. Where are you? Where are you? Where'd you go? Okay. Now in this instance, you should be following your Tracer, I think. I think jumping on whatever your Tracer does, they will die, like, really, 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 really quickly. So I think even earlier, maybe. Let's see. Let's see how early you can get. Like, she dives in. I think her diving in, you shouldn't have dived in. Okay, I'll say it when I see it. Okay, so she goes in by herself. That's fine though. That she gets a good pick. Now I think you could probably start going in, especially since they're all on this side. And with your Tracer on that, you could kind of just like wrap around them like this. Your Reinhardt can go from the middle, you can go from the back with your Tracer, and yeah, they kind of just die. And it probably doesn't matter anyways, because like you're on like such a big advantage. That's besides the point. Oh, you're fighting these two people. I think one thing I will say, I think you tend to fight people individually by yourself. You really don't like win most of the time, I think. Or you either don't win or you like waste most of your time. Partially because the fights you're trying to take are like really, really hard. Which is why it's also like significantly easier to just follow your main tank and just shoot at what they're shooting at, because it's I feel like sometimes like on the first point you or the second point you sometimes like fight the Lucio by yourself. And in this instance you're fighting the Sombra and the Lucio by yourself. Maybe you're hacked though. Like, let's see what you're doing. Like, yeah, you fly up to her yourself. That's fine though, I think, because I don't know. I don't know where the Roadhog went. Like, you're with them, you're with them, you're with them. You're shooting. They die. You go main. I guess I don't really blame you for that. You eventually just fly back anyways. Okay, never mind. I guess I take back what I said. You just got caught out randomly. Maybe you should have been looking for the Roadhog, I guess. I don't know how useful that would have been though, necessarily, or how useful that is to say. Yeah, definitely. I think mechanics could do better, but of course that's like just play more low. Okay, going high ground, you're hacked. Time to hide. You're getting owned. Maybe make it out at least. Oh, it's a free Lucio. Oh, not anymore. Oh, there's an ult. I think. Oh, you own her. Okay, let me look. Let me dissect this D.Va bomb. Yeah, I don't really know why he flew up here. Actually, it's probably unnecessary. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a hard spot to ult from, honestly. Yeah, maybe you should have saved it instead, but I don't think... Like, that wasn't a terrible idea, I think. Managed to live this, which is kind of funny. You probably should have died there. I actually, like, now that I think about it, I don't know if I should... Like, maybe I should say something about that. Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe you should have been like crouch spamming instead and like fighting her in baby D.Va form. Because I think most times, especially if they're like a good Widow, you shouldn't remech in front of them because they'll just shoot you in the head. Fortunately, she just missed, so that's good. But yeah, I don't think you should have remeched in front of her. You should have at least like scared her away with baby D.Va or something. That's the point though. Okay, you're shooting really low. I don't think you should have flown back. You should just stay on the corner, but I can understand if you're panicking. Okay, I feel like you're using your defense matrix a bit much now. Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah, definitely do that. Oh, he tried though. Oh my god, he almost died. Oh, this is gonna be a really rough spot. I'm surprised if you'll win this. Okay, again, you're in a really terrible spot in the center there. Okay. Like this spot right here. You still ended up winning this fight, right? But this was like such a terrible position for you. I guess you're holding the point for them, maybe. But like this for example is like I feel like you didn't really know what to do. And you start kind of fighting random people. Or like the first person you kind of saw. And I think a pretty good like indicator is either what someone else is shooting at or what you can like safely, I don't know, like let's just go back and try to analyze like all of your options in that moment, I guess. So here, probably not going to do much to D.Va. That's all you see. You see all of those people. Probably not going to do much here. Maybe you see a tracer, right? So maybe you could have seen your tracer, or maybe you could be thinking, okay, what is our tracer going to do? I'll follow up on that. I'll help her. I'll support her in that sense. Call a dive or something. Like maybe she'll call something. Okay. You fortunately get a good pick on this Roadhog because you ended up supporting that. You hack for a little bit, and then you end up supporting that. I guess you just kind of end up being in the right place at the right time. Yeah, and then you just clean up from there. I don't know, I just feel like being in the center there is just like a really, really rough spot, but I guess you didn't die, so that's fine. Yeah, and then you get it.
Yeah.
What to say? To start off, immediately, what do I remember? What do I think? I feel like you're lost a lot. Maybe like the information in that moment that you could have known is like what necessarily, like just not following your team. I don't know where that necessarily would be, but I feel like you kind of tend to not go with your team a lot, and that could be quantified or that could be put under like positioning or something. Sometimes your awareness is just a little off, but that I feel like that sort of thing, like game sense, that just comes over time. So I don't really blame you for that. Logistics, all I can think about is that one time in Nepal. What was that, the second point or the first? I think it was the first point. Nepal, first point, where you ran out of the center in the open and shattered two people, but died right after. Yeah, that was a bad logistics moment. I think most of the time, I feel like you're out of position, at least in regards to your teammates. So like Lando said earlier in his like 2p quality microphone on his phone, the sum is
the whole is greater than the sum of its
on his phone. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts or something. Which essentially means like individually you might not do much, but as a team you'll do like a whole lot more. And especially if you're like lost and you don't really know necessarily where or what to do, you just follow what what your team is doing in that moment. And that will immediately like help out a lot with like everything in general because you'll kill things faster, you'll not be lost anymore, you'll be able to set up a snowball in a sense, build a little momentum, and maybe even like make more plays. Like just in general, like being with your team and following them, very good, very PogChamp. Mechanics, let me think. I don't know how useful this is, but like sometimes you just miss charges. Like don't miss charges, I guess. And how to not miss charges, I don't know, keep charging until you stop missing. With aim, right? Like you said, you don't really play, you mainly play main tank, so if you want to get better at aim, play more things that make you aim. Yeah, sometimes like I notice that you go off in random flanks, and you take like these 1v1 duels, but your mechanics wouldn't be like strong enough to be able to like make that duel sufficient. Where as instead you could have just gone and like followed your Reinhardt or something, or followed your Sigma, and then just like duel with him, and you don't really need like super precise aim to do that. You just need to like shoot at the same person. It's a lot easier. It's not as like strict and aim intensive necessarily.
Yeah.
But yeah, Diva bombs as well. I told you to ride things on corners, shoot your bomb against a wall, and let it like float up and then over, and then it'll explode a little bit. It'll give the other people less time to react and stuff. Yeah, just follow the main tank. Follow the main tank. Any questions?
Yeah. Not really. Like the thing with like fighting as Diva, like fighting random people, you know. I don't know. It's just like main tank habit. Like I didn't really play role queue that much lately because I was playing in the team.
Right.
And you know, the first thing we kind of learned, or the first thing we, you know, set ourselves as a goal as a whole team, was that we just always follow the main tank. And like I do the target calls and stuff, and you know, everyone just does that. So it's so much different from like role queue.
Right,
And
right,
especially if I'm playing off tank, like I have this bad habit of just, you know, then doing random stuff and going on random people when
right, right.
it just doesn't make much sense. But I think it's just like I don't particularly want to learn like off tank or anything. I just care about main tank pretty much.
Okay,
And like
okay.
these games sucks if just some random insta-locks Winston or Ryan.
Right,
Then I
right.
just tell myself, yeah, I'd rather not like pick a second main tank, just so that makes somewhat sense, you know? But I mean, even then, I think you can play like Orisa or Ryan or something. It's fun. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, like ranked and team coordinated play, like with people you actually know who actually care, who actually like communicate and stuff, is a million times different. I 100% agree. And it sounds like you said, old habits, and you don't necessarily care though. That's the thing. Like for off tank in particular, you don't necessarily mind, right? Um, I will say though, I feel like getting better at one thing kind of helps you get better at everything else. All the boats rise together, or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's a quote somewhere. So if even if you don't get the main tank role you want, that you prefer, that you necessarily want to like actually get better at, that you actually care about, I feel like even if it's not the role you want necessarily, I still feel like you can get um, a bit out of uh, trying your best to learn at least a little bit, because I feel like almost some of the same things. And I've only seen like 2 games of you so far, but like almost the same problems of like not necessarily supporting your team. Um, Maybe, yeah, and going off on random flanks, right? I feel like those are general skills that could be shared between different classes and different roles. Um, so I'd say to just, you could still try your best to learn, regardless of role you're in, because at the end of the day, you're playing Overwatch, and it doesn't really matter what role you are. Well, it does, but like, there's still general skills that you can like hone and get better at. Um, yeah, sorry if that was like a really weird rant moment, but yeah.
No, it makes sense. I agree.
Okay, okay. Any other than that, do you have anything else to say? Any questions? Any critiques of this? Was this good? Was this better than the video? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
work
thank you
today
so
though.
much.
Yeah, no problem. Keep it up, okay? Keep playing. It's all
Yeah,
about play
try.
more, okay? Even though ranked as hell, and Overwatch is all a mental game, okay? It's not even like an actual thing. Promise. But yeah,
All right.
I'll see you later then.